Berry farming in PokeMMO can appear complicated, time-consuming, and downright frustrating to figure out for new players. So today, I'm going to be showing you a very simple way to get into berry farming without any of the headache. My name is Young Cabbage, don't forget to subscribe for weekly PokeMMO content, and let's jump right in. I do want to start this video off by saying that there are more efficient methods if you're looking for straight profit. However, like I said before, if you are like me and work a full-time job, it can be hard to fit Leppa berry farming into your daily schedule. So think of this video as a way to dip your toe in the water while also making a pretty good payday. First, what is berry farming? Simply put, there are plots or soil patches scattered around the different regions of PokeMMO. Interacting with these patches will allow you to plant seeds, and different seeds will yield different berries. Each berry has a unique purpose, some being for shiny hunting, some being used in battle, and even berries that can alter IVs. But today, let's focus on arguably the most desired and needed berry for the average player, which is going to be Leppa berries. The reason Leppa berries are so good is they restore the PP of a selected Pokemon's move, meaning if you are shiny hunting hordes in a faraway location, you can indefinitely restore your sweet scent to attract Pokemon, thus staying in the same spot without trips to the Pokemon Center. This makes it more efficient and allows for more players to focus on the hunt without any extra steps. The recipe to make a Leppa berry is going to be 1 plain bitter seed, 1 plain sweet seed, and 1 very spicy seed. And just so you fully understand, you can get these seeds using a harvesting tool on any berry you come across or purchase. These harvesting tools are sold by the NPC near the berry plots here in the Unova region. But for the purpose of today's video, I'm going to recommend that you buy all of these seeds off the GTL, as it will make your life a bit easier. Once you have the correct recipe for the berry you want, and you plant the seed, you will see what I'm going to call the thirst meter appear above the plant. This basically gives you a snapshot of how well the seed is doing, and will show you if it is thirsty and needs to be watered. After you plant the seeds, you're going to water your berry using the SprayDuck that you obtain, and you will see this bar fill up with water, indicating that the seed is no longer thirsty. And just so everybody knows, if you do not have the SprayDuck item here in the Unova region, you can get it by simply talking to this old man NPC just right next to the berry plots. Simple enough, right? Let's just do a quick recap so everyone is on the same page. Step 1, obtain seeds through harvesting tools or via the GTL. Step 2, plant seeds in a plot of soil to grow your desired berries. Step 3, water the plant. Step 4, wait until they mature. Step 5, you're going to harvest the berries. And Step 6, you are going to profit. Now I just want to go over a few important things about berry farming, and these are extremely important, so please make sure to pay attention as to not destroy all the progress you've made so far. Each berry plant takes a certain amount of real-life time to grow based on which berry you are growing. For Leppa berries, which are the ones we are focusing on today, it's going to take 20 hours of real-world time to fully mature from the time planted to harvested. This is going to be important to keep in mind because berry plants need to stay hydrated in order to yield the best results and reach maturity, meaning that you will need to water your plants a few times depending on how long each plant needs to mature. For Leppa berries specifically, you are going to need to water them twice. The first time is going to be when you plant them, and the second time is going to be 10 to 12 hours of real-world time later, or halfway through its maturity cycle. Personally, I have found that planting them an hour before I go to bed, watering the plants, and then watering the plants an hour or two after I wake up is the perfect schedule for me, but each person is different, so feel free to play around with it until you find something that works for you. I will also be leaving a very helpful tool in the description that will help you figure out the timing of each berry in PokeMMO, so that way you never miss a plant. So feel free to check that out. If you do not water your berries, the thirst bar here will blink red, indicating that it is dying of thirst, and you will lose total berries gained from each plant. If you overwater your berries by watering them twice or whenever it's full, they will pulse blue and it will say that the crop was flooded. This means I will lose a few berries off the total yield whenever I go to harvest this plant exclusively. Now let's go over the reason you all probably clicked on this video, which is going to be the profit. Now I just want to reiterate that this is not the most efficient berry farming method, but it is a very simple strategy that will allow you to dip your toe in the water to see if berry farming is for you. I will also be making a video on a longer and more sustainable way to berry farm soon, but I just want to get this out because I felt very lost when I first began berry farming and I did waste a lot of time and money. But let's break down the numbers. There are 156 plots of soil where you can plant efficiently in the Unova region. 72 plots here in Mistralton City, which is going to just be at the bottom of the runway where the gym is, and 84 plots here in a place called the Abundant Shrine. You do gain access to this location after you defeat the Elite Four again in the Unova region. In order to plant a Leppa Berry plant in every plot of soil, you will need 156 plain sweet seeds, 156 plain bitter seeds, and 156 very spicy seeds. You can purchase plain sweet and plain bitter seeds off the GTL for around 950 Pokeyen each, while very spicy seeds will run you around 1,800 Pokeyen each. Bear in mind that prices do fluctuate, but I can confidently say that these numbers are an average, just based off my personal experience doing this for around 6 months. This means that in order to purchase the needed seeds for all 156 plots here in the Unova region, you're going to need to invest around 550,000 to 600,000 Pokeyen. This does make it pretty affordable for the majority of the later game player base, as well as other dedicated players who are willing to save up the Pokeyen. Each Leppa Berry plant, if taken care of properly as mentioned before, will get you between 5 and 7 Leppa Berries rolled randomly. Each Leppa Berry sells on the GTL for around 850 Pokeyen, meaning that if you got 7 Leppa Berries from every plant and sold them for 850 Pokeyen each, you would get a whopping 930,000 Pokeyen just off of one day of Leppa farming. If we subtract what we initially invested, which would be the 550,000, that means that you just made around 375,000 Pokeyen in one day of PokeMMO without much effort. This is equivalent to one day of gym reruns, which when combined, you can make a great chunk of cash each day in PokeMMO if you're dedicated. If you carry the momentum and farm Leppas every day this week, by the end you will have made around 2 million Pokeyen in just 7 days. And if you are very dedicated and do this every single day of the month, you will see a whopping $8.4 million monthly. Hopefully by now you can see why even this entry-level strategy for berry farming is a great way to generate income in PokeMMO. Everything aside, PokeMMO is an amazing game that only gets better when you have Pokeyen you can invest in fun things like shiny hunting, PvP, seasonal events, and much more. But let me know your thoughts on this method. Did the math and steps make sense to you? Please comment below if you have any questions, as I do try to respond to every single comment. Let me know if this is a method you will try for yourself. Don't forget to like the video and drop a subscribe if you thought this was helpful, and go make some money.